Right now at noon, a man is dead and a suspect is in custody after a shooting in Janesville. We'll have the very latest. Plus, we're learning more information about the suspect accused of killing 5 people at a Florida bank. And we're entering the 34th day of the government shutdown, why the president's State of the Union address is now delayed.
This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Thursday afternoon. We'll get to those stories in a bit, but first, meteorologist Dave Caulfield is here with our first alert forecast. Get outside and enjoy the balmy temperatures.
Yeah, right now,
the next hour or so.
Right now it feels like it's above 0 in Madison, and that won't be the case once we get to later this afternoon, and it might not be the case for quite some time into much of this weekend. Still a few snowflakes falling in downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam, but most of that snow has moved east of Dane County. Still a possibility of a few flurries or snow showers this afternoon. Any accumulations will be less than an inch, though, so not too much to worry about there. Temperatures, though, there's plenty to worry about. Right now, we're in the low 20s across southern Wisconsin, some of us in the teens, but they are going to start to drop throughout the afternoon. Those temperatures are. Wind speeds are picking up, especially across southwestern Wisconsin. In rural areas, blowing snow will be a problem this afternoon into portions of this evening. So wind chills right now are actually in the double digits for some of us. So don't get used to that. 11 in Madison, 10 in Mineral Point, feeling like 0 though in La Crosse. And if you look to the west, you see those different colors, those purples. That is what is on the way as we head into later on this evening and tonight. So wind chills, you can see them just absolutely plummeting by the time we get to later this afternoon. And we are more than 20 degrees below 0 in the wind chill department by midnight. Some of us could wake up with wind chill values of -30 to -40. A wind chill advisory in effect now. We'll talk more about that extreme cold and our next snow system on the way in your first alert forecast.
Oh, of course. More snow, too.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Dave, we'll see you in a few minutes. Topping our news today, an investigation is underway in Lafayette County after one person was killed in a fire. The Lafayette County Sheriff's Office said deputies, along with firefighters, responded to the home in the 1700 block of South Lake Road in the town of Fayette shortly before noon. A 911 caller who reported seeing the fire said they believed the person was still inside the home. Deputies say a body was found inside the residence after the fire was extinguished. The name of the person killed is not being released at this time. A 41-year-old man is dead after a shooting in Janesville last night. The Janesville Police Department says they responded to the 2600 block of Kellogg Avenue. Officers say they had a man there had been shot multiple times, and a witness said the suspect had left. Police say the victim of the shooting died as a result of his injuries. Deputies with the Greene County Sheriff's Office chased the suspect for nearly 20 miles before taking him into custody. The man accused of killing another man in a Sauk County casino parking lot is expected to be in court this afternoon. 68-year-old Robert Pulvermacher was arrested yesterday morning. He's accused of killing 88-year-old Harold Johnson earlier this month in the Ho-Chunk parking lot. We'll have more on his court hearing in our later newscasts and all day long on channel3000.com. The Florida man accused of killing 5 people in a bank made his first court appearance this morning in Sebring, Florida. Zephan Xavier appeared before a Florida judge by video conference this morning in a jail jumpsuit on first-degree murder charges. The 21-year-old is accused of opening fire Wednesday inside a Central Florida bank, killing 5 people. Local police in Sebring are calling it cold-blooded murder.
We have no information as to this time as to what his true motive may have been. We believe that it is a random act.
State records show Xavier was training to be a prison guard but recently resigned. If convicted, he could face the death penalty. The latest casualty of the 34-day partial government shutdown is the State of the Union address, which was supposed to happen next Tuesday. Now, the speech before Congress won't happen until the shutdown ends. Nicole Killian has more details from Capitol Hill.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi defended her decision to block the president's State of the Union address in the House chamber until the government shutdown ends.
The State of the Union address should be at a time when we can talk about the State of the Union when government is not shut down. I'm glad we could get that off the table.
President Trump decided against speaking that same night at a different location, tweeting he will give the speech after the shutdown is over.
It's too bad with Nancy Pelosi what she's done. It's radical. Democrats, they've become a radicalized party. They really have. They've become a radicalized party.
The Senate will hold dueling votes today on legislation to reopen the government. Neither is expected to pass.
The Republican bill would give the president the $5.7 billion he wants for a border wall.
The bill that President Trump has put together can't pass the House and can't pass the Senate. So it has no chance of passing.
While the Democratic bill would fund closed government agencies through February 8th, but provide no money for the wall.
The Democratic leader's dead-end proposal that stands no chance of earning the president's signature.
As the shutdown drags on, many furloughed workers are relying on food banks to feed their families.
Well, I know they are, and I don't really quite understand why. The 30 days of pay that some people will be out, there's no real reason why they shouldn't be able to get a loan against it.
The president has signed a bill authorizing back pay when the shutdown ends, but workers have no guarantee when that will be. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And Metcalfe's has added its name to the long list of stores offering deals to federal workers that have been working without pay for more than a month now. The 3 Metcalfe stores are extending their employee discount of 20% off groceries to all federal workers in Wisconsin. Other places from Potbelly's to AT&T to Sky Zone and Rosetta Stone are also offering deals. You can find a full list up on our website, channel3000.com. And there's more to come on News 3 at noon. I'm next. We'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
We're a nation that loves bacon. As a matter of fact, we've got a new way for you to have your bacon, and I have a pretty good feeling you're going to love it. We're a nation that loves bacon. As a matter of fact, these days we can find bacon in everything from ice cream and donuts to Band-Aids and even lip balm. Can you imagine kissing those lips? To celebrate the divine swine, we've come up with a warm bacon dressing that'll add excitement to anything from a simple salad and cooked veggies to grilled chicken or fish. So let's get started. We begin by dicing a pound of bacon and cooking it until it's nice and crispy. As for the type of bacon, you can use just about anything, from whatever's on sale to hickory, applewood, peppered, or even maple glazed. Then we add some apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, a good amount of sugar, and black pepper. We let that simmer until the sugar dissolves and it's ready to serve. And if you want the pieces of bacon a bit smaller, you can pour the whole thing into a blender and just give it a whirl. If you've never been a big fan of salads, just wait until you try this one. With its warm, smoky, sweet and sour dressing, it's a real game changer. To get the recipe for our warm bacon dressing, all you have to do is visit our website. I promise you'll be glad you did. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with Kelly, where today we found a brilliant bacony way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Let me try a little.
All right, Howard, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, frigid temperatures making their way into southern Wisconsin. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield will have your first alert forecast when we come back. Well, a once mighty money man loses another post, and the best careers for 2019. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
Carlos Ghosn has resigned as chairman and CEO of Renault. France's finance minister made the announcement in an interview with Bloomberg TV earlier today. Before he stepped down, Ghosn held a top post at Renault, Nissan, and Mitsubishi. He lost his position as the head of Nissan in November when he was arrested following allegations of financial misconduct. Verizon is cutting 7% of its media and advertising employees. That's about 800 jobs. It's part of a bid by the telecom giant to overhaul a struggling unit that includes AOL and Yahoo. Walmart is helping people hibernate this winter. The world's biggest retailer is offering free grocery delivery service through the end of January. Customers can enter the code HOMEFREE for an order of $50 or more to waive the delivery fee, and the retailer's 8,000 truck drivers are getting a pay boost in February. The raise boosts the average driver's salary to nearly $90,000 a year. Glassdoor is out with its best jobs in America list. Tech and healthcare jobs dominated this year. The #1 position for 2019 is a data scientist. That's followed by nursing managers and marketing managers. The best jobs were selected based on factors including salary, job satisfaction, and number of job openings. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
And thank you. The Dow Industrial is down 65 points at the noon hour. The NASDAQ, however, is managing a 28-point gain. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee as we brace for some very cold temperatures. That's hard on farmers.
Oh, man, just think about it, Mark. Everything on the farm's got to get a little water, the animals, and just trying to work in those kinds of conditions, keep things thawed out. It's going to be a real challenge in the next 24 hours, probably into next week, depending on what Mr. New York's got to say for us. But, yeah, we'll bear up. But please do try to keep that in mind, folks, whether you've got cows or hogs or sheep or horses or dogs and cats. Make sure before you leave that they've got access to water. That can freeze up so quickly. They're going to need more calories at this time of the year to keep themselves warm. Make sure you're amping up the feed and the quality of the feed. And if they've got to be outside, make sure that you're giving them at least a break from the winds that are going to be coming up. I see a lot of, horses or beef cattle, they'll stand out in it. They have the coat to handle it, but you still need to try to give them a break from the wind when it gets as cold as it's going to be. So think about them, please, before you leave the farm or your home. So markets today in Chicago, a lot of second guessing already on what farmers are going to plant this year. Farm Futures Magazine came out with their survey of 2019 acreage, and farmers tell them that they are going to probably back off on the soybean numbers, down about 5.5% compared to 2018 acres, and put in more corn and more cotton. Obviously, that's not something we're going to do here in Wisconsin, but I can see the corn acres going up. We're also paying attention to what's happening with the harvest in South America. Brazil, just trying to get their crops off. They've been suffering with some dry weather, so that's something that's influencing the trade. Dairy markets today in Chicago, barrel cheese is unchanged at $1.16. 40-pound block cheese unchanged today at $1.37.5. Double A butter, that gained 1/4 cent today, $2.22 1/4. Congratulations to Tom Crave from Crave Brothers Farm in Waterloo, new president of the Dairy Business Association, and Brody Staple from Double Dutch Dairy remains president of the Dairy Edge Cooperative, or Edge Dairy Cooperative, I should say. They're just wrapping up that meeting over at Monona Terrace as we speak. And now I'm going to go downtown, try to find a parking spot by campus, because we've got international meat judging going on, Mark. And I got to talk to the Germans and find out what they think of Wisconsin weather this time of the year.
Probably used to. It's been very bad winter in Europe. So
yes, it really has. But I'm sure they'll have something to say.
All right, yeah, it's a big deal, right? This is only the second time it's been held outside of Germany.
That's right. Yeah, that's why I got to get down there and see who the winners are as they stack them up this afternoon.
All right, let us know tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, Pam, thank you. Dave Caulfield is here now with a forecast that nobody really wants to see, but we have to look anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately, dangerous cold is on the way for tonight into tomorrow morning. All of southern Wisconsin under a wind chill advisory, so wind chills of -25 to -40 are possible as we head into tomorrow morning. Wind chills right now are still above zero. That's the good news, but they won't be that way for very long. And once we go below zero, I think we'll stay that way, and we could potentially stay that way until we get to Monday morning. So that's about 4 straight days where it's going to feel like below zero outside. So hang on to these above zero wind chills while we can. So alert days in the forecast for Friday and Saturday, mainly for the morning hours, but it doesn't get much better in the afternoon. Lows in the double digits below zero for Friday morning and Saturday morning. Wind chills as low as -40 are possible tomorrow, a little bit better, and I emphasize a little bit because it really is not going to be that much better. Of about -30 are possible by Saturday morning. And during the day, it's still going to feel like it's below zero outside. So when we talk about wind chills like this, frostbite on exposed skin can settle in about 10 to 15 minutes. So you're going to want to bundle up to the absolute max as we head into tomorrow and for this weekend as well, because that is something that you don't want to mess with. On downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam, still a few flurries and snow showers possible this afternoon, but really not looking at anything significant as far as accumulation goes. Maybe about a ½ inch to an inch of snow at most with these snow showers, and they should wrap up later this afternoon. So the forecast high, we did hit the 20s already, but still well below normal, and those temperatures are going to stay almost hilariously below normal as we head into the next couple of days. On Doppler track, as I mentioned, a few snow showers breaking up behind that main kind of patch of snow showers, but really not expecting any major impacts from those. But wind chills definitely going to impact us over the next couple of days. So I think by the time we get to later this afternoon, it starts to feel like zero in Madison, and then the colors just really start to light up our wind chill map of about -25 to -35 possible as we start Friday. Temperatures and wind chills staying very chilly into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then our next snow system arrives on Sunday and Monday, and snow totals, or at least forecast snow totals right now, of at least 6 inches are possible on both of our models. And then after that, it just keeps on coming, folks. Notice the colors. This is for the next couple of days, so that looks cold. But look at what happens by the time we get to next week. Even colder somehow. It shouldn't be possible, but it is looking like we could be talking about colder temperatures and even colder wind chills by the time we get to the middle of next week. So winter is not going anywhere anytime soon, and it could get dangerous at times over the next couple of days and into next week. We'll watch for our next accumulating snow to occur late Sunday into the day on Monday. Mark?
This is nothing to fool around with. That's
no,
for sure.
Absolutely
Be
not.
careful out there. All right, Dave, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. I'm next. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our pet of the week. We'll meet, what is it, Coco? Coco the guinea pig when we come back. I love that sound. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our pet of the week. Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
Making a little squeak is Coco.
Yep, Coco has a lot to say today.
Tell us about him.
So, yep, Coco, he is 9 months old, a little guinea pig, and he actually came over from another Wisconsin shelter that was a little full up on guinea pigs, and now he's looking for a great home in the Dane County area.
They make great pets.
They really do. I used to have a guinea pig, and that little guy was the love of my life, and they are so much fun because they're, while a small critter, they have big personalities.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can hear him. He's just squeaking away.
And that's one of the things I love about guinea pigs is they will let you know exactly how they're feeling all the time, whether that's content, that's a pretty good sound right now, a little upset, or hungry.
I've never seen a guinea pig crawl up to somebody like that.
You know what? I have never had a guinea pig do this to me either. Coco here is a little bit shy. He's 9 months old, so he's going to learn a lot as he keeps growing. But I love that when he is a little bit nervous, you can see he's seeking out comfort with people that he knows.
Interesting. Interesting trait. Your big fundraising events coming up.
Yep, we have Toto's Gala coming up Friday, March 15th at Monona Terrace, and tickets are on sale right now. We're so excited for this one. It's really the biggest night for animals in Dane County, and you don't want to miss out on puppy greeters, cocktails, and dinner. Pretty good.
And it should be warmer by then?
We hope so.
Last week's pet?
Oh, last week's pet, we had Willard, and Willard did get adopted. We were so happy for that little old man there.
Hooray, because he was like 7 years old.
He might have been a little more than that. He had quite a bit of gray in the face.
He really bonded with Dennis, our floor director. Well, I'm glad he got a home. And now let's get Coco a home. Go to the website, giveshelter.org, 838-0413 for any information. And Dave is here. Dave used to have a guinea pig named Coco.
Named Coco, and looking very similar, so this is really cool. This is a cool moment.
Good pets.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, for sure.
And he's a good guy.
And he might be talking about how cold it is outside. I don't blame him.
Out.
It's a big talker right now. A little bit of snow also showing up across portions of southern Wisconsin. Blowing snow might be a threat, especially across rural areas this afternoon and evening. That's something to keep in mind, but any new accumulation will be about a ½ an inch at best. So wind chill bulletins, wind chill advisories in effect for all of us from tonight into noon on Friday, and here is why. Look at these wind chills plummet as we head into later portions of this afternoon, and tonight we could be starting off tomorrow feeling like -30 to -40, so bundle up to the max.
And if you have outdoor pets, it might be time to bring them in. Right, Marissa?
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.